5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring him out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, goddammit. Here I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me get a thumbs up. Let me know you're in here. This is going to come kind of quick, kind of fast, kind of hard. I'm feeling some kind of way about it. And, yeah, I got to express it. I got to put it out. We've been doing a lot of goofy shit for far too long, man. It's old. It's played out. First off, if you like the show, man, if you haven't already, follow me right here on YouTube. Smash the like, pluck the bell, leave any comments, any show ideas. Leave it in the comments, man. Leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. Listen. Follow me on Instagram. Also on Facebook. Let me know what you think, man. I've been watching some things, man, for the last couple of months. I've been doing a little homework, a little digging, little stuff like that. And I'm sure you've seen the topic of the show. This is the topic of the show tonight. And I got to stand on it for multiple reasons. I'm tired of seeing goofy shit, man. Goofy shit that folks are not being held accountable for. And then wonder why, we deal with the things that we deal with one another. At any rate, we as men, we have not been handling our business, black men. We've been doing a lot of complaining, a lot of shit talking, posturing, crimping, and no action. And it has a lot to do with, our rearing, man. I don't know whether or not you guys have, hang on, let me see if I can bring this in real quick. Hang on one second. I'm working to bring it in while we talking. Hang on. Bear with me. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. You know what? I'll bring it up a different way. Hang on one second. Bring it up a different way. Anyway, while I work to get it, man, there's this beef going on right now. I've been going back and forth with Charleston White and T.I. As grown men, yeah, you should have conversations about things, man. But what I was always taught is that you have to ask the proper questions. Let me first off say this: black men, we don't have any allies. We only got us. And the levels of disrespect that we're willing to issue each other, it is a direct reflection on the lack of respect that we have for our own selves, right? We disrespect ourselves. We don't demand or command anything. We don't operate in the will of God. We don't apply the things that we're supposed to as men, and then we expect folks to respect us as if we've done those things. As a man, we're supposed to provide, keep, and protect. All right? Provision. We get that fucked up. We think it's just about money. We think it's just about money, making provision. Nah, we're supposed to provide the whole environment, the whole thing. How do we go about doing that? Well, once we understand what the provision is or what our responsibilities are to provide, then we can deal with the rest. Just like keeping. What's keeping? Keeping is to keep things in order, maintain, keeping our family in order, keeping our kids in order, giving them an understanding of what discipline is, what honor is, having some self-respect, self-worth, self-dignity, respecting our elders. Understanding, man, over the last year, over 250 rappers died. And out of those deaths, I could tell you right now, looking at the percent, we're looking at over 87% of them they died by gun violence. Sure, there were other causes, but way too high, man. Why? Because a lot of us are moving around thinking that we are owed something, and we're moving at levels of disrespect that are so high. We're constantly having our children go out here and write checks at their ass and pay cash. Black men, you are not handling your business. It's not about the monetary piece. That shit comes and goes. Either you flush or you bust. But where are these children, man? What are they doing? How are they living? Is your baby girl out here sacrificing and throwing her body in the dirt because you ain't there? Because you didn't invest in that? You didn't keep that? You didn't give her the self-worth or the self-dignity to preserve or to protect herself? Because she didn't know what a man looks like? And any goofy motherfucker that shows us some sort of attention and bullshit affection is able to obtain her. Oh, but yeah, on the flip side, right? Look at these two goofies, right? Going back and forth on social media. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. I love my children. I love them. And I taught them to respect themselves and everyone else. They're not out here by themselves. And I can tell you this much. They wouldn't get into a shouting match with a senior citizen over nothing. I don't care how goofy he or she was acting. But to sit online on these platforms and to posture into certain manners and certain ways in which a child should not do with an adult. I'm a firm believer, man. I don't give a shit who it is. If your child step off the porch with me, I'm treating him like a man. Period. I don't give a fuck how old he is. And I came up in an era where if we were cutting up in the community, we got 4 ass whoopings before we got home to get the one that was waiting there for us. But we now sit back and we posture on these platforms dealing with celebrities, quote unquote celebrities, because they butthurt at the fact that somebody's saying something to your child who's out of pocket. Here you go. Now you got this cancel culture thing, a cancel thing that you want to cancel this dude out. And all y'all motherfucking gangster is faulty. First and foremost, there's rules to it, and we go back to the respect thing. You don't respect yourself, so you ain't respecting nobody else, so I get that. But you expect a civilian to allow you to just move with complete impunity. Hey man, I broke law. And I don't expect that from a motherfucking civilian. He's law-abiding citizen. I can't expect him to uphold my codes or the codes that I expect the person that I'm breaking law with to uphold. Here we go. We talk about the respect, right? I can't help it that you ain't see your daddy go to work and sacrificed certain things of himself to make sure that you had a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your belly, and was there with your mother, treating her like the queen she was. A lot of us didn't. But it doesn't negate the fact that, motherfucker, you don't know right from wrong, because you do. We all do. I'm tired of turning my TV on, turning my radio on, turning to platforms such as this and seeing babies that look like my baby's dead before their nuts even drop. Why? Because they perpetuating bullshit like this? Where they getting it from? Tight jeans, dreads, tight shirts, young ass shirts, all of them got pistols. Like, really? What this says to me is these motherfuckers are afraid. They're seeking attention, the attention that they didn't get at home. They got each other raising each other. And that's faulty as fuck. Because none of them know where the fuck they're going. It ain't but two places for them. In the dirt and in somebody's jail. But this is what they're willing to perpetuate. And then mad when somebody's pointing that out to them. That, yo, this shit is bullshit. Bullshit. There's nothing for you other than those two places for you to end up. And then, here's the thing. A lot of these young babies got babies. So, let's fast forward to now, right? Okay, let me read the caption to you. YouTuber Charleston White says he tagged the Atlanta Police Department and Fulton County Prosecutor Fenny Willis following video where King Harris recently threatened him. This ain't nothing. This is nothing new that this man's been doing. This is how these niggas want to live. Leave that motherfucker alone, man. If that's not what it is you need to be doing, if you're supposed to be focusing on your paper, focusing on your career, focus on that. Why put yourself in a position where you're disrespecting an elder? The only shine he can get is the shine that you give him. If you respect him, respect his space just like you would have him respect yours. There's nothing you need to say. But we get into these kind of things, and now we got celebrity dads who want to come see about the daddy. No, that's your job, king, provider, keeper, protector. It's about you going to see your kid. And in all this hoopla, nobody said, well, what the fuck is going on with the kid? Why would he say that? Why is he addressing a grown-ass man like that and expecting a response of a child? Or expecting all of these privileges of protection. And I don't give a fuck who jumped on the bandwagon and started speaking out once Chip jumped on the band on the line talking about what he can't do and I'm bound by this and all that. Listen, what is understood doesn't need to be said. If you really want to go there, you'll go there. I ain't got to talk about it. What I do know about a motherfucker, be talking, he ain't about it. Respect is due to everyone in some way, shape, or form, and recognizing the boundaries in which you step in. If that's what this man's about, I'm gonna stay the fuck out of his way. There's nothing I need to say. You just turn the clock on him, just like anybody else, man. His time will expire. But the conversation is not about this. It's about the fact that most fathers, we as black men, believe that provision is money, giving you things, when in all actuality, nah, it's hardcore discipline. It's hardcore teaching you and guiding you and giving you some understanding and self-awareness, where you came from, guiding you to where you're going. You know, wordplay is a motherfucker. Sure, he called your son ugly. But that goes back to the conversation I was having with someone earlier about Sandy Hook. Here you go. You got a guy who's sitting up there being sued for, almost $1 billion because of what he thought? Because he said he thought Sandy Hook was a hoax and they were actors and so on and so forth. What kind of world we living in, man? If people are willing to break their own tools, other folks are willing to break their own tools, what do you think they're going to do to us, black men? We're non-existent right now. We have no allies. We're non-existent. We're merely a number. You know, it's like it's shit like this, where I feel that you've got a group of kids that have been entitled based on their father's successes. And although maybe a good dad in a lot of ways, I can tell you he's been absent a lot, because the fact of the matter is the type of business that he's in, and he's got to be gone often. So there's been some time where these babies have been on their own. And the respect factor, it goes out the window when there's no discipline. Discipline is the foundation of it all. If you're not on post, who do you think gonna raise your child? A lot of the young boys out here, look at them. Look at them. Here they go. Here they go. Standing here, looking hard with feminine tendencies. Looking hard with feminine tendencies. Everyone got a pistol because they're scared to take an ass whooping. Every one of them got a pistol because they're scared to take an ass whooping. Every one of them got a pistol in their hand because they're scared to take an ass whooping. I'm going to tell you something, man. I may not see him all the time. I may not see him 10, 15 years at a time for different reasons. But I'll tell you one thing. Every one of my homies had no problem taking an ass whooping if it meant it to be honorable when it came to certain shit, to stand like a man. Pulling that is a last resort. There is no other resort, and that means that there's threat of it's a exigent circumstance. And a lot of you motherfuckers don't even get to that point because you talk shit and then you want to pull this shit because you lack the respect and the dignity and the self-worth of a man because you ain't never met one. Yeah. But then your Johnny come lately ass daddies want to jump out there and talk about come see me when somebody fuck your kid up. I first want to say, man, any of your kids jump out here at me, like I said, I'm gonna treat them like a man. I'm gonna fuck them right on up. Period. That's your problem. Your baby's down here in these streets with them boots on because of you. Because of your absence. Because of what you instill in them. If you don't give them the fear of God or the fear of life, shit, they ain't gonna respect it. They'll lose it. Just like they're losing it now. You think because you paying a bill, motherfucker, that makes you a man? No. It's so much more. So much more responsibility. Even to the women that you with, man. A lot of you squander your seed, and you wonder why you're going through hell behind your seed. It was just a thing, right? Man, don't let me start on the ones of y'all going in and out of jail, man, and expecting somebody to keep money on your books, come see about you, accept your phone calls, write your letters. Yeah, nigga, I've been there. I can speak to it. I ain't gonna talk about nothing I can't speak to. Yeah. That's a choice. Why was that choice? What was that choice about? We sentimentalize or we mollify the actual truth of it all. Oh, I was doing it for my family. Yeah, okay, McDonald's was hiring. Marriott was hiring. Any paper company in your town needed delivery was hiring. Boy. And then you get mad when a motherfucker asks you to fall in line and do anything in decency and order. I'm not defending dude, but I'm looking at the bigger picture. I'm not defending anybody. I'm standing on principles that if certain things or certain elements were in place, a lot of these babies wouldn't be dying with their boots on out here in these streets like dogs in ditches. And then we want to cry and fall all down and put pictures on the motherfucking t-shirts and walk in funerals that we can't even fucking pay for. But yet still Your mammies and your daddies want to go out here and buy cars and bags and shit like that. Nobody got any insurance, not even any burial insurance for what's the inevitable. Starts with you, black man. We're the only motherfucker that allow everybody to cut into us and get mad when people take shit from us and want to call them all he's a vulture or they this and they that. You know, I've sat on my hand too, a time or two, but I've also stayed moving in a lot of aspects of my life when it comes to my community and the people around me. I always seek to impart wisdom and knowledge that will sprout growth in action. Like right now, black men, you know our votes don't count because we don't vote. We're nowhere really reaching any numbers in a census in this country. But our women go to the polls faithfully. They reap them up from us, selling them bullshit dreams because we ain't out in front. We're not in our homes. We're not around our children. For whatever our bitch ass reasons we want to come up with, which are excuses. Go get your children. I don't give a fuck if you got $2 in your pocket. Go see about your children. Get in their life. I don't care how old they are. Go see about them. Reach out to them. Pick up the phone. It's not an easy sell, but goddamn it, show up. Yeah. We are not handling our business, black men. We are not handling our business. For far too long, we've allowed our families to take handouts. Whether it's the welfare, whether it's fucking any type of assistance. All of that is merely to keep control over us and what our children do and see. Because if we're not there to teach to them, where are they getting it from? Where are they getting the level of respect or disrespect for themselves and for others? Where are they getting this mentality that they can't stand on their own? They gotta click, they gotta be with a gang, they gotta be with these people or that people, or they gotta represent this, or they gotta wear that. Where's this sense of self? Period. But yet still, we'll be bearing another Jimmy or another Trayvon. You understand? And to speak to that, and no disrespect, we don't know what actually went on out there. We don't. We have no clue. We just know that a black baby lost his life. We can call anything. We could say anything we want to say about it. But still, the point I'm making to you guys tonight is that, yeah, as a man, as a black man, I'm supposed to provide, keep, and protect my family. And that means to instill the virtues that will propel them to be better than I could ever be. Teaching them to respect themselves first and foremost, and that will ultimately exude them to respect others. And not have to take any disrespect because they're not giving it. And recognize when it occurs how to be graceful and remove themselves from it. I don't care about this social media shit. I'm dope in real life. I'm dope and I do dope shit. I've been doing dope shit for as long as I can remember. I ain't gonna change. And you know, you got people that are willing to get on these kind of platforms and be concerned about who comes from it or they came from me. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing. Listen. Anytime you want to have a conversation, I have no problem with dropping you a pen and we can pull up and hash it out. Like respectful folks. Yeah. It's a shame that these people can't get to that point. Because they're going at a brother who that said he's drawing his line in the sand. And to some degree, man, I stand with it because, you know, remember the story where if the Pied Piper took the children off, you know, and the children was gone from town and there was no children in the town. This is the world we live in because of the things we take into our spirit and our minds, and it projects these images or these energies on us, and our vibrations are so low that we're willing to accept anything. And we're in a state where everything is hypersexualized, hyper this, hyper that, and everyone has a space and place to be on some soapbox and talk about their entitled self, drinking from the well of entitlement. That is because black men have not been handling their business. You have not been on post. You have not been on post. We have been sold a bill of goods to believe that we were unworthy. We were put in spaces and places in our mind that we were fearful of coming to fight for our children because we didn't want to deal with the courts because they won't lock us up. So be it. One thing is certain, and two things for sure, that if you lock me up and you let me go at some point in time, if I work on the chain gang, I'm going to have some rights to my child. I'm going to have some rights to my child. And really, I'm going to say this. A lot of you weren't willing to do that shit. You some bitch ass niggas. Because if you ain't willing to go lay down for your child, what the fuck? What good are you? And I'm saying lay down so that you can be there for your child. Yeah. Still to this day, we ain't handling our business. And you got grown ass people on there that's on these things or moving about the world having conversations about what a child said to a grown man and what a grown man said to a child. Who's checking the child? Who's checking the child? Yeah. Who's checking the child? But the daddy's got conversations, right? Let's see if I can pull this up, man. Because yeah, this is ridiculous, man. How we do one another, how we deal with one another. Hang on, give me a second. Anyway, the young boy on film, man, talking about what he gonna do to the man, and you got people chiming in, talking about, what should happen to this man. I'm not defending him. What I am standing on is the fact that motherfuckers should be more respectful to who they're talking to and dealing with it. You know what I mean? And when you go to, the dude Tip's page, man, and you got some people that chime in, a few directors, and some clout chasers. After he asked for motherfuckers to speak out, because the motherfuckers really felt like something, they would have spoke out the moment they heard about it. It would be a question. But then you got some people who chimed on to a few podcasts, right? And I don't condone violence, but I don't condone shit talk either. You know what I mean? Unnecessarily. And I'm saying it to say, people ride with who they want to ride with. Is what I'm basically gonna say. I'm gonna let you hear what the statement was to me, and hang on one second.
The blatant disrespect of this black child. You know what I'm saying? I just saw a piece yesterday of
Let me know if you can hear it.
This cat, Charleston, white, whatever the fuck his name is, him going at T.I.'s son, talking about how he looked, referred to him in a derogatory fashion, whatever, as far as, and I think that the one thing I agreed with his father was that, people, children are about the shit. I think that folks feel real comfortable talking shit about people's kids. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that, when you go around disrespecting children, you need your ass whooped. That's how I feel about that person.
Wow. If you go around disrespecting people's children. Like I said, your child come off the porch at me, I'm going to send his ass home hurt. I'm going to treat him like a man. They're going to be grown. Because they step to a grown man. And that's how it's going to go. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And, as far as that individual that made that statement, lost home. Yeah. It is implied that you shouldn't disrespect people's children. I get that. But if they disrespect you, you're supposed to just let it go. I mean, I guess that could be one way to look at it too. But we're talking about this right here. Even on this, right? There should always be a level of respect for another black man that I could reach out to you directly and have a conversation. I shouldn't have to do it on this platform where I'm airing out dirty laundry or making us look even worse than what we are. This is because we're not handling our business. Black men, we're not taking the time to get into ourselves, to even make ourselves aware of our own worth, to be respectful to ourselves so that we can extend the same respect to another man. Damn the kid. Kid gonna be a kid. But at the same time, the kid is your responsibility, black man, not mine. I'm really here to help your kid along in this day in society and our quote-unquote community as he moves along. Like I said, I came up in a time where if we was jacking up or cussing up or cutting up, shit, we got 4 or 5 ass whoopings before we got home to get the one that was waiting for us. And we're hands off. We're so entitled that you better not say nothing to my son. You better not say nothing to my daughter. You better not say nothing to my child. You better not say anything to me. When you're dead wrong. But I guess you're entitled to be dead wrong and continue to not handle your business. But I will tell you the residual effect of not handling your business, black men, will be the continuation of our babies dying with their boots on out here in these streets. The question is, where are you? How long are you going to stand idly by and catch an attitude with someone fuck your kid up because they were disrespectful? Yeah. If they're walking around with blank checks in their pocket and they write it, they should be able to cash it one way or the other. Yeah. Unlike these motherfuckers right here, as I've said before, this is what we're looking at. This is what we're looking at. These are the babies right here that we're talking about. These motherfuckers right here. This is them. This is the state of our children. Down to the tight jeans, the tight shirts, the fucking hoodies in the summer. Come on, man. If I see another baby walk around in a fucking hoodie in 90-degree weather, I'm gonna scream. And quick to pull a pistol because they can't take an ass whooping. Or let alone not take an ass whooping. But control their emotions because they weren't raised by their father, because their father, or their daddy wasn't taking care of his business. So you got young, quote unquote, black babies, black men walking around with feminine tendencies, emotional, overly emotional, no control, thought processes to be selfish as a motherfucker. And ladies, tonight I've gone on y'all hard on this show, man. I'm gonna give you a reprieve, goddammit. I started to talk about it last night. You single mothers and the ones that's out here really, making a difference in the world, man, with your families and with your kids and even with yourself. Making sure that you have an awareness of your level of respect and dignity. I take my hat off to you. God damn it. You had to be raised not to depend on us because we were taken out of the game for one reason. But there's the other reason in which we have not risen to the occasion. As black men, we have not handled our fucking business with you all, and you have been doing it all. But we can't blame you when you are not feeling us when we finally decide to want to show up without that period of proving that we're there. It's not an overnight thing. We know you're tired. Well, I know you're tired. So yeah, I take my hat off to you because we've been out here fucking up. We have not been handling our business. When you've needed us, we've not been available for one reason or another. Where we've misstepped our thought process, believing that the finances is everything as opposed to showing up and being a part of. Letting you know that you're not alone, regardless of what's going on. We're not going to just bail on you. It's not all about us, but it's about us. You feel me? Yeah. So I apologize to y'all tonight, man, on behalf of black men, real black men, those that have their shit together, that are mentally sound, who have taken the time to unpack their bullshit, or those that are unpacking their bullshit and doing the work, those that are fighting for their children, tooth and nail, to gain a relationship or gain some understanding, even if they've been absent all their fucking life. Yeah, making the sacrifice, even to be there for someone else's child, because he's a strong man in the community. My apology is for all those ones that have slipped through the cracks and died with their shoes on, with their boots on, never made it home to you for one reason or another. Now, I hope these motherfuckers get this together, man, between them, and recognize who they're dealing with. And I've had this conversation on this show before. Me and AZ, we had it, and I'll say this for what it's worth. If you're breaking law, man, you know goddamn well you cannot confine a law-abiding citizen to anything that you're doing. Your code, your ethics, none of that shit is applicable. So if one decides to pick up the phone on your ass, they're doing just what a law-abiding citizen would do. You can't expect them to stand on your codes. But the flip side to this conversation is, as a father, tip, you need to get your kids, man. Don't have all them goofy motherfuckers down there running you up, talking about, yeah, you need this and that. Listen, you need to get your son. What you got right now is a blessing in the fact that this man called your kid out. Because he's talking shit. He ain't just sitting there doing nothing. I seen the little clip he was talking. He's talking shit. Now, let's just say he talked shit to the wrong one and didn't make it home to you. It'd be another conversation. You wouldn't be seeking motherfucking support online. Yeah, nigga, you be calling them same motherfucking people that he calling on him now. You be calling the law. Yeah, I want reward. I want to find out who got my baby. You're not handling your business, black man. Yeah, let's go for a lot of y'all. Any of you watching this motherfucking show, you got an issue with me about what I'm saying? We can talk as black men. Platforms open. Always open. I welcome it. I welcome the breath of fresh air of something good to come out of what I'm doing. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that, man. I came here to put a little paint where it ain't, man. And all you're getting, I hope you got some understanding tonight, man. I hope you got some understanding tonight. You know, love on yourself, man. Let people see you love you, man, so they know how to love you, man. And if you like the show, hey, look, share it.
5, 4, 3.
Technical difficulties. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck's going on with the console, but anyway. If you like the show, goddammit, follow me on YouTube, man. Share it. Smash the like, pluck the bell. And any thoughts about this show, man, leave it in the comments, man. I welcome all, thoughts and criticism, constructive. Anything I could be doing to do better, let me know. Follow me on Instagram. Also on Facebook, man. Let me know what's up, man. You like the show? Share it. Let your friends know, man. Let's broaden the conversation, man. It's for us, man, to have these conversations, man. We once we've had these conversations, we can't say we didn't know. Yeah, that's real. Once we've had this conversation, we can't say we didn't know. There's no plausible deniability anymore. You know better. So even if you're out here fucking up, fellas, you know who you are. If you're not handling your business, I hope your conscience comes visit your ass and haunt you until you do handle your business. Yeah. Don't be a Johnny come lately. That's what most times, shit like that happens. Even with the fact that this did happen, you ain't no better than the police, Chip. You know what the police do? They come put the tape down, draw the chalk. They come run their mouth after the fact. Yeah, nigga. You on the inside. You supposed to be on post. You supposed to be so tight and into your son. You know what your son is doing. And if so, then you complicit, nigga. Yeah. You're not handling your business big time. You got to handle your business, black man. Starts from within. That's a direct reflection of you. If he wouldn't go out here and disrespect a grown man, shit, that's some same shit you was doing when you was young. Yeah. You know better, man. Got to do better. That's it, man. Get the fuck off my line. Love y'all. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring them out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.